Hi. You probably didn't expect another episode this month, did you? Well, surprise. Let's just stop talking and get into it already. Start the tour. Here is one of those heavily edited characters. Some people actually edit good, but this one is yeah, they always have the flower and spider web tattoos too, for some reason. Just look at the background, obviously edited. They make their OC have an hourglass body, but they just use the expansion brush. Here we have some totally not me teachers. These often appeared in Gacha mini-movies back in the days. Whenever the characters would go to school, the creator put their OC as teacher. They always acted unserious and had bad disguises. These were popular and funny, but became overused pretty quickly. They always used the funny faces and were just there to make people laugh.
Okay kids. Yay! School. Me teacher. Math.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Here we have the people who make characters in totally opposite personalities. This is done for so many characters. Softy William is an example. They make a literal murderer act like a softy crybaby who needs protection. It's odd, that's for sure. He always wears oversized hoodies and skirts, as well as long hair in either a braid or ponytail with bows. Somehow, he is shipped with Springtrap, which does not make sense at all. They make Springtrap look human-like, and he's always a bad boy for some reason. These are kind of strange, but the Softy William videos were somehow very popular back in the day. I cringed so hard while making this, help. Here's some object show characters, but they try to make it accurate. As you can see, I'm terrible at that. I don't know if I like it or hate it. You can't make them move or put them in another pose, or this happens, so yeah. Here we have more characters from object shows, but turned into humans. Sometimes they keep the original colors for the skin like purple, blue or green. But these make them fully human. Nothing much to say, they chilling. Here we have the Rainbow Sisters. I have to admit, even I tried making one of these. But I was extremely lazy. They are sisters in the colors of the rainbow. There is always an episode where they transform and all get wolf ears and tail. Black and white are always the lost siblings. Most of the time they don't use the official rainbow colors. They use red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple and pink most of the time. The storyline is a big copy-paste, but these were always very fun. This is someone who uses way too much character tint. It's literally at 95%. Here, that's much better. Here we have the angel and devil characters. Often seen in videos with songs like Dark Side, where the angel jumps to the side of the devil because they want to be with the demon. These were very popular. I'd add music, but copyright is a thing, so yeah, sometimes the angel turns into a demon, but sometimes they stay an angel too. Here we have a few femboys. Nothing wrong with these, they're very cute. These like dressing in feminine things like thigh-high socks and skirts. The ones we have here are cat femboys. Sadly, sometimes some of these can be mistaken for uwu cats, even though they aren't similar at all. Here we have the drunk parents, which are always abusive. If anyone has to deal with this, I'm genuinely sorry because that's terrible. In the Gacha videos, they always have the green face tint and sometimes the swirl eyes. They always carry a bottle too. Here we have the pro shippers. These ship things that aren't okay, like minor ex-adult or sibling ex-sibling. Many are different though. Many pro shippers say they use this as coping mechanism. But it isn't really okay. But even though it's not okay, I think people sending death threats to them goes too far. Funny fact, when I first heard the term pro shipper, I thought it was the same as having an OTP ship. I thought a pro ship was like your favorite ship which you defend with your life or something. I don't know how to explain. Here we have a few weird core OCs. These are creative and really cool, but I'm not too good at making them, as you can see. I don't really know what to say about these. But they look very amazing and I really like them. Here we have the Gacha noobs. They're new at making Gacha characters, so they don't use the adjustments and usually choose items from the first few pages. They walk slow, stand in the same pose and don't open their mouths. These are often new to editing apps as well, having no experience with apps like KineMaster. These are totally new, while some others are new to Gacha Life too and moved over from Gacha Life or Gacha Club. Everyone starts somewhere. Here we have the I let my family member make an OC, which often turn out rather horrible. Here, the creator made a base, and their family made an OC with it. They just add whatever and don't really look around for nicer items, picking the first item they see and like. There's the dad who makes it look cool, the mom who likes cute and girly stuff, the little sister who tries, and the brother who doesn't take it seriously. There is not too much to say though, they're quite funny despite looking so bad. No offense, of course. Just, let's just go. Here are random stereotypical characters which were popular back in the day. There's Vincent Afton, which back in the day was not the same purple guy as William. He was seen as misunderstood and was blamed for the murders when it wasn't him who did it, but it was William. Doesn't make too much sense as I can't explain well. He was always obsessed with toast. There's Hyper Waffle Toby, which is basically Tiki Toby but obsessed with waffles. He was very hyper for some reason. Then there's stereotypical Swap Sans, or more often called Blue or Blueberry. He was always an overly hyper cinnamon roll, but also a yandere with an edgy and evil side. He was always incredibly tiny and would run up to hug you all of the time. I know all of this because I did a lot of roleplay quizzes on Quota back in the day. Yes, I was one of those kids with unrestricted internet access. Here we have the boys versus girls singing battles. The boys and girls are always the opposite. There's edgy ones, cute and soft ones, and a few randoms. The edgy ones always sing very beautifully, yet sing sad songs. Of course, they all always start crushing on their opponent. The opposites always have the same color palette. Usually, they use color presets. But Gacha Life 2 doesn't have those. I don't need to say too much, I think everyone has at least seen one of these. They also exist in fandom variant, like Five Nights at Freddy's, original versus toy animatronics and such. I tried making one of those once. Huh? What is it? Did you see something? It seems like two disgusting creatures somehow escaped. Let's just... boom. Alright, they're locked up again. We really need a better security system. At least we have a better system to trap them again, so that's good. Come, let's continue the tour.